Welcome back to Talk the Talk. I'm Jennifer, and I'm so glad you're joining us today for a conversation that hits close to home for so many of us. Whether you're listening on your morning commute or winding down after a long day, I want you to take a deep breath and settle in. Have you ever found yourself spending hours perfecting an email, rewriting it over and over, or cleaning your apartment until it sparkles, only to feel like it's still not quite right? Maybe you've caught yourself obsessing over tiny details, convinced that if you just try a little harder, you'll finally get it perfect. That's the exhausting cycle of perfectionism, a finish line that always seems just out of reach, no matter how fast you run or how hard you push. It's like chasing a mirage, always moving further away the closer you think you get. We often call perfectionism a strength, something to be proud of, but in reality it can be a heavy anchor. It weighs us down, keeping us from experiencing real joy, genuine connection, and the freedom to just be ourselves, flaws and all. Today we're pulling back the curtain on perfectionism, exploring what it really is, why it shows up in our lives, and how it quietly takes over our thoughts and actions, often without us even realizing it. We'll talk about the hidden costs and the ways it can shape our relationships, our work, and our sense of self-worth. To help us unpack all of this, I'm thrilled to welcome David from London. He's here to share his expertise, help us understand the roots of perfectionism, and offer real practical advice for breaking free from its grip. So let's dive in and start this important conversation together. David, let's get real. What is perfectionism really?
Well, first, hello, and thank you for inviting me to Talk the Talk podcast. Perfectionism isn't healthy striving, it's a shield. It's not about being your best, but about avoiding blame, judgment, and shame. It's a belief. If I look perfect, I won't get hurt. But it keeps us from being seen and fuels anxiety, not growth. Ambition lets you learn from mistakes. Perfectionism makes every flaw feel like a personal failure. It ties your worth to flawless results, an impossible standard. That's why it's so dangerous. It's not about excellence, it's about fear.
That shield shows up everywhere, at work, at home, even in simple conversations. It's like an invisible wall that keeps us from being fully present, from taking risks, or even from just relaxing and enjoying the moment. Whether you're in a meeting, chatting with family, or just going about your day, the all-or-nothing mindset quietly shapes your choices and reactions. People miss deadlines, avoid speaking up, or never try new things because it's all or nothing. Perfect or failure, no in between. The pressure to get everything right the first time can be paralyzing. Instead of seeing mistakes as part of learning, we see them as proof we're not good enough. So we hold back, convinced it's safer not to try at all.
Exactly. That fear of falling short can be overwhelming, and it's everywhere. I've seen students spend weeks on a 2-page essay, terrified of a single mistake. They rewrite, erase, and second-guess every word, convinced that anything less than perfect is a disaster. The stress builds, and the joy of learning disappears. At home, perfectionism turns a dinner party into a performance, not a connection. Instead of enjoying the company, you're worried about every detail, how the table looks, if the food is flawless, if everyone's having a good time. The pressure to impress overshadows the simple pleasure of being together. The fear of not measuring up makes people avoid new experiences. You might skip the gym, not because you don't want to be healthy, but because you're afraid of looking awkward or not being the best right away. Why join a team or try painting if you can't be the best right away? The all-or-nothing trap convinces us it's better not to start than to risk being average or making mistakes. Perfectionism promises improvement, but actually shrinks your world. It keeps you isolated, watching life from the sidelines instead of participating. It robs you of joy, learning, and real connection. The moments that matter most, laughter, growth, friendship, are lost to worry and self-doubt. The tragedy? It makes life smaller, not better. Instead of expanding your world, perfectionism quietly closes doors, leaving you with less of what truly matters.
So how do we break free from the endless cycle of perfectionism that keeps us stuck and anxious? What does it really look like to let go of the need to get everything exactly right every single time? We need simple, gentle steps, tiny actions that are manageable, not overwhelming. Think of it as planting seeds of change, one at a time, rather than trying to overhaul your entire life overnight.
Start with self-compassion. Pause, breathe, and remind yourself that you're human. Mistakes and missteps are part of growth, not signs of failure. When your inner critic pipes up, respond as you would to a friend. It's okay. You did your best. Practice embracing good enough. Treat yourself with the same kindness and patience you'd offer someone you care about. Set a time limit for tasks. When the timer's up, you're done. This helps you avoid getting lost in endless tweaks and second-guessing. Send the email after one proofread, not 10. Let it go, even if it's not perfect. Trust that your best effort in the moment is enough. Finish things that aren't flawless. Allow yourself to complete projects, even if they have rough edges or visible mistakes. This teaches your brain that imperfection is survivable and even beautiful. You'll discover that life goes on, and sometimes the imperfect things are the most meaningful. Celebrate effort, not just results. Notice the courage it takes to try and honor the progress you make, no matter how small. Did you try something new? That's a win. Every attempt is a step forward, even if the outcome isn't perfect. Shift your focus from outcome to process. Enjoy the act of learning, experimenting, and growing rather than obsessing over the final product. Redefine success. It's not flawlessness, it's showing up, learning, and being brave enough to keep going even when things aren't perfect. Every time you choose progress over perfection, you loosen its grip and reclaim a little more freedom for yourself. Remember, progress, not perfection, is the real goal. Each step forward, no matter how small, is worth celebrating.
Self-compassion, time limits, celebrating effort. It's about progress, not perfection.
It's a journey. Some days perfectionism is louder, but you can turn down its volume. Choose the B+ paper so you can have dinner with family. Invite friends over, even if your house isn't spotless. Vulnerability is courage, not weakness. Every imperfect action frees you and others. Start small. Send the email, make the call, begin the project, do it imperfectly. Let it be messy and human. A life of imperfect, courageous action is more meaningful than waiting for perfection. You're worthy of that beautiful, imperfect life, starting now.